Alright. I look like hell. It's been a rough few days, but here is this week's activity. I've got a sensory bin here filled with dried beans, and I've got a ton of little animal erasers to put in there. And I know I've presented this activity before. I'm really fond of it. Yeah, so three of the kids I use this for are Owen, Ryan, and Victoria. Owen is working on receptive and expressive language, and he's got some behavioral issues that when he's got something that'll actually really capture him, then he does really well. But if there's like distractions, or he's not interested, or it feels like he doesn't have control, then he is difficult. And he's also a kid that we have to avoid like structured work, like it, because if it feels even for a second like work, he wants nothing to do with it. So like when drill sheets come out, he's done. He's out of there. So for this, he likes to dig his hands in. I don't know anyone who doesn't. And I'll put some animals in there. I'll dig around and I'll have him tell me something about each animal. We'll say something we each like about the animal. Just make it interactive and fun while also working on like is are an adjective and labeling, identifying, stuff like that. With Ryan, he's an articulation kid, and he is struggling a lot with L. Like he can't even go la 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 to isolate the phoneme. But with this one, I actually pulled out for this video all the animals I have that start with L. I've got a seal. They don't start with L, they have L. My bad. I've got a seal, an alligator, dolphin, polar bear, got a lucky cat, a whale, lion, elephant, and koala. And so I probably wouldn't do all of these at the same time, especially because he's 5, but he's pretty mature for his age. I always worry that what I have is a little too babyish for him. And yeah. So I'll bury a few of these, and then again we'll talk about like what's like something about it, like why is this dolphin green? Like I don't know, it just is. That's how they made it. But like work on like some WH questions as well, because he that's another one of his goals is like WH. And yeah. And finally, I have Victoria. And she is working on, one of her goals is, are an adjective. Like, or subject is our, I worded that so weirdly, I'm sorry. But, so like, she'll take out an animal and say, the alligator is green. Although she uses a lot of contractions, so if she were to pull it out, she'd say, he's green, which, he's is he is, which is, I count it anyway. But, yeah, so then, and then we talk about the animal some more, like, with all of them. We'll talk about the animal, and, like, talk about maybe some fun facts, or, like, hey, did you know that, or, silly stuff like that, to make it interesting but still educational and speech language related. And the sensory aspect of it keeps everybody entertained. I don't know a kid who doesn't love sensory bins, and I love this. When I was making this, I searched high and low for the beans to find the right beans to use, and yeah. But yeah, yeah, this is my sensory bin and how I use it for 3 different kids, different goals. Adios.